And then that big showdown on Black Friday with the Wisconsin Badgers. Wolverines come in 5-11 in the conference, and we're underway here in Lincoln. And Nebraska starts it off on the board first.
Becca Alec taking care of that ball that's just hovering over the net there. Great serve to start off by Bergen Riley on the end line, and here she is again for Nebraska.
Huskers 16-0 in the conference, have not lost, 25-0 on the year. Push to the outside, knocked down by Simmons, who's getting the start for the Wolverines. Becca Alec, they run the middle again, and there to put it down is Merritt Beeson.
Well, this Nebraska team, so talented and so young. They don't have one senior on this roster, and it's senior night. There's nobody to celebrate other than celebrating all the talent that they have. Just, again, a young team led by a freshman setter serving here, Bergen Riley.
Pushed in the middle there. Yambio knocked down. And then a lift called on the Wolverines. Nebraska out to the quick start here. I was looking at Aaron Virtue.
Yeah, Aaron Virtue, you know, she said that we know it's going to be tough tonight. We just can't do things to kill ourselves. And right now, just a couple sloppy plays to start off this first set. Definitely shooting themselves in the foot in the first few points of this first set.
Outside to Murray, not down. They'll go right back to her again out of system. Into the net called on the Huskers, point for the Wolverines. John Cook in his 24th season. Looking for his first conference title since 2017. Also the same year that they won the national title last, 2017. They were 19-1 in the conference, currently unbeaten. One-handed set to Becca Alec, and Alec coming off 4 consecutive outstanding performances. Starts off where she's left off.
Well, a great one-handed set, like you said, from Riley, but Becca Alec making herself available, being up even on that tight pass. That's really all a setter can do when the ball is passed that tight. So kudos to Becca for being ready for that one-handed set by Bergen Riley.
Alec hitting .318 on the year, but over the last 4, she's hitting .420. It's been definite improvement and almost a focused effort to get the middles involved here over the last 3 or 4 matches.
Yeah, it's so important. You know, you got to get middles involved in the offense, and I like transition middle attacks too. We'll see what both teams can do. You know, we talked about Michigan having some superb middles. It's whether or not the ball can get passed to the setter Burke so that she can run her middle offense.
Maddie Cochran in now to serve out of Downers Grove North. There is the quick to Becca Alec.
What I really like about that is the pass moved the setter, Riley, a little bit to the left side of the court. Take a look at that. Look at the space between the 2 blockers there. Boney had a tough decision to make. Do you go all the way to your right? And if so, then there's that back row or right front attacker. So you really got to be disciplined on the block, but what a great set there by Riley.
Good set behind her. Nice pace by Morgan Burke. Knocked down, good up there by the Wolverines. Off the top of the block goes Murray. Allie Batenhorst with her first swing right on the line of the kill for Allie Batenhorst.
I love the swings that Batenhorst takes. These ones are especially superb. The ones that go right on that sideline. It's so tough to defend that ball that hits that sideline court.
Set outside, Murray pulled in, goes off the fingertips of the block. Merritt Beeson, a one-on-one, she shot the hands. Both teams getting some nice block touches here early. Back row, Harper Murray, was there a touch? No touch. Point for Michigan.
Well, great rally there, and like you said, Michigan getting a lot of touches, great touches on the block to extend the rally. We'll take a look at this play again to see if there was a touch.
So we're getting yelled at home by Minnie. So it will stand. So I think it was just not conclusive. So the point goes to the Wolverines, and it's 6-3. Kendall Murray now back to serve for Michigan. Leads the team in aces with 32, but that one right into the net.
Nothing like icing the server a little bit with that review that seemed to take forever here. Nonetheless, point goes to Nebraska.
Tamara Beeson, who, by the way, leads Nebraska in service errors to serve. Off the top of the block, and the kill on the left side from Volleyball.
Yeah, Volleyball has the physical ability to go off. We're going to talk a lot about her serve. She's got a great jump, topspin serve, but there's a great shot off the block, that flat attack. If she can do that consistently tonight, she'll put her team in a good position.
Scotty Johnson back at the service line. She hasn't been in the lineup for a few weeks after Morgan Burke won the starting center job, but with the injury, she's in there to serve, and the block on the right side, point for Michigan.
Well, nice read by Michigan. They know that this is one of the rotations where Nebraska likes to set that slide. They committed to the slide and got the point.
Scotty Johnson last played against Penn State at the end of October. And the second touch. That's the dump by Bergen Riley.
And what a great time to dump the ball. The slide was going behind. She had that middle blocker leaning, and there's that open area of the court. And she puts the ball down with such force that the defensive players for Michigan could not play it up.
So now back to serve is Lainey Choboy. Freshman out of Raleigh, North Carolina. The firecrackers on this Nebraska team. She missed it last time out, last match. She went into the stands, sacrificed her body to save a ball, made ESPN's top 10. It was a fantastic play.
Yeah, it was a great play. I think it was the #1 play.
I think you're right. Yeah. Morgan Burke down to serve. Out of the back row, there's Beeson. Good up by Kendall Murray. Swing there just long, and no touch, point for the Huskers.
Merritt Beeson just provides so much firepower when Nebraska is in a two-hitter rotation with the center front row. Beeson is always just flying in from the backcourt, so putting a lot of pressure on that Michigan block.
Kennedy Orr now into serve. Orr in her junior season. Block and off, and the kill by Volleyball, and she does have some power.
Yeah, and what I like about Volleyball is she can swing. We saw her get a great attack from the left side. That time, right side, just hitting with such force and just going after the block, not afraid, has tons of courage up there, just hitting hard as she can.
Now her serve, you mentioned it, watch this. It's a dangerous jump top spin serve. And Nebraska gets out of that rotation with the tip.
Yeah, and that's the key for Nebraska. You can't let this Michigan team go on serving runs. So the pass was great. Was at about the 10-foot line. They were able to get a side-out swing for a point.
Double called on the Wolverines, so it'll be another point for Nebraska. They now lead 11-7. Swipe right down the line. Riley kept it up. Good effort there by Murray. But off the top of the hands goes her sister and gets the kill.
You know, this Nebraska team does so many little things really well. The defensive play by Riley to control the ball, and then a great bump set, that second contact right in the sweet spot for the outside hitter to take a big aggressive swing.
Long from Riley. Hannah Grant watches it go long.
Seeing lots of service errors here from both sides of the net. Jen Cook looking on.
Hannah Grant back to serve. Good to see Grant back in the lineup for the Wolverines. Since coming back, they've gone on that run, right? Morgan Burke took over at setter. Grant's back. We're having a couple about a one-game stretch, and they've gone on this little 4-1 run here in the conference.
Yeah, and it's a gutsy move by Coach Aaron Virtue to make those changes in those critical spots. Let's take a look at the net here. Yep. Kendall Murray on that follow-through, touching that net.
Harper Murray now to serve. Good pass. Pushed it out to the right pin, knocked down by Simmons. Into the block. Just long by Batenhorst as Nebraska out of system. So Cochran back in now to serve for Michigan. Coming off a win against Rutgers where they hit a season-high 336. Batenhorst again, that time not down. Good hustle, a couple of nice jabs at it to keep it alive. One-on-one, and Merritt Beeson got the kill.
Take a look at this great defensive play here. What a save by Michigan to keep the ball alive, but you send a free ball over to Nebraska. And take a look at that deceptive set by Riley. I thought she was going to go to the middle, and then at the last minute, little flick of the wrist to the right side attack.
Just off the tape, good pass by Grant. Then on the slide, knocked down as the block by Batenhorst and Andy Jackson on the left side. First set here in Lincoln. Nebraska on top by 6. The Bob Devaney Sports Center along with Audrey Flaw. I'm Larry Putney. There's John Cook. #1 ranked team in the nation. It just seems, and the talk around Lincoln has been just something special about this season, this team, what they did at Memorial Stadium, the records they've set here and on the road, undefeated. It just, there's this aura going on right now.
Yeah, there's just a vibe, and you can't really put your finger on it. It's not one specific thing. It's just like it's the right combination, this youthful vibe that they have. John Cook seems to like their energy. So yeah, it's just, it's a really cool thing to see. We've seen a lot of great Nebraska teams in the past, and this one is young and super talented.
There is Merritt Beeson, pulled it right inside the block, got the touch and the kill for Beeson. Nebraska hitting above 300.
Yeah, what's not to like about Beeson? She's competitive, talented. Look at that shot. She has an opportunity. She's one-on-one. She takes advantage of that cut shot.
Pass pulls Burke off the net. Good dig by Murray. The swipe by Batenhorst is down. And the Huskers on top by 7.
Really like that set by Bergen Riley. She's leaning back. Her feet couldn't get to the ball, but she's got that upper body strength to push that ball out. A perfect set to the outside, even though she was struggling to get her feet to the ball.
Overpass. Oh, timely block right there as Morgan Burke, the setter, goes up strong and gets the block. Morgan Burke, a freshman out of Scott Catholic in Omaha. It was less than a year ago, right about a year ago, that she won a state championship here on this floor for Omaha Scott Catholic. And now the starting setter for the Wolverines. Slide. Jackson went line, got the touch, and point for Nebraska.
And so many little things. Beeson really doing a good job of defending the line there, keeping balls alive, and then that slide attack by Andy Jackson. Boy, what a week she had. Co-freshman of the week, hitting incredible numbers last weekend. Wow, hitting, I think, 714 for the weekend. Amazing. Unheard of.
Her hitting percentage jumped 10 points on the season from 415 where she was at to above 420. 423, she's second in the league right now in hitting percentage.
Well, that's an arm right there, number 13.
How about that, huh?
Did you see that? Wow. Take a look at this swing. Deep approach, nice high nice set. That's what Volleyball needs. She doesn't necessarily need a fast ball. Just lay it up there, let her jump and swing. At 6'1", what an arm that kid has.
Wow. Andy Jackson with another kill.
Kendall Murray for Michigan was in the seam, but that ball came so fast. So Murray in good defensive position. Let's take a look at this. Look at middle back for Michigan, right there in the right spot, but you got to be able to control the ball.
Short serve by Kennedy Orr. Good hustle by Hannah Grant. Big arm swing again of Vallette, not down. Right back to Murray. Point for Nebraska. There was a touch.
Talk about arms. This conference has a ton of kids that have great arms, and Harper Murray, wow, she's got a whip for an arm. That freshman from Ann Arbor, Michigan, playing on Nebraska's left pin there. A stud she is.
And a tough serve. A good swing from off the net, Vallette. Right back to Vallette again. Tip this time. Got it. Good change of pace.
As a defender, really hard to read her because she disguises that tip so well. She was just laying out bombs on the Nebraska side of the net that time. Little tip shot right over top of the block scores.
Here is that jump serve of Vallette, handled by Rodriguez. Second touch. Set over.
Again, Beeson making a key dig here. Look at how she extends forward to get that ball. And a nice little touch. Looks like she's going to set, back set, and then...
We're older than her to realize that she was this excitable younger player.
Yes, right. So she's had maturity from a young age, and you know, you talk about Nebraska setters. There's been, I think, 23 All-Americans. I'm sure Riley will be the next.
Oh, good up. Beeson with the tip, and Beeson gets the kill.
Beeson mixing up her shots. You know, we see her with a lethal arm, but look at this all-out dig. This is what I love about this Nebraska team. So many people that just have that competitive spirit on the defensive end of the game, and then Beeson, nice little mix-up shot there.
Good pass, quick set. Oh, good hustle. Showboy to keep it in after touch by Rodriguez. Swipes it off the block, not down. Bumps that outside, into the block, and down. And Becca Alec.
This block has hands reaching over the net, nowhere to go on that attack. It's a big wall to hit around. I don't know what you do if you're a hitter.
Well, felt like Becca Alec was walking back to that huddle asking for permission. It was okay, I just blocked your sister.
Yeah.
Back to serve for Michigan, number 9, Hannah Grant.
So here is Grant now back to serve. Return to the lineup against Penn State. Got her first start in that win over Ohio State. Off the top of the block, not down. Murray swipes it. Oh, great hustle. Still alive, second touch. Great dive by Grant. And then deep corner on the push by Murray. Her sister right across the net from her and goes over the top of Kendall.
Yeah, when you play defense like this, you're going to frustrate your opponents. Look at that effort by Bergen Riley, and then everybody all out. And what a great placed shot there to get to set point. Return to the favor. Kendall goes right at Harper. And 27 against 27. it's a fun show to watch. These two are such competitive athletes. Harper Murray, Kendall Murray. Great display of outside talent by the Murray sisters.
So Cochran now back to serve. Set point number 2 for Nebraska. The top of the block. Here's Beeson. Down the line, not down. Great up, good route. And it goes off the block. And they're going to say point Nebraska. Hannah Grant will start it off for the Wolverines. Just long. That was close. Good serve by Grant.
Yeah, she's trying to pull her passers back, forcing them to make a decision there. Like you said, so close to that line.
Burke with a quick set in the middle. Boney not down. 4 touches as that did not clear the tape, and Nebraska with the first 2 of set number 2.
And you talk about Boney from Michigan, the middle. You know, Becca Alec has had her number. She is just respecting the fact that Boney can get some big-time kills, and she is just laying on her, making sure that she respects the fact that she will get the ball. That time Becca got the block off of her.
Good quick run there by Boney, who got the kill. Jackie Boney.
Point, Michigan.
You talk about Boney, she gets up so quick, and it doesn't matter if she gets blocked. She is going to go aggressive after the next set. Real talented player there for Michigan.
Good job by Murray to turn around and get a touch on that. And the swing is just long.
Yeah, you're seeing that a lot. These blockers coming down and playing the ball that's tipped right over top. It really does help. It's like you have another backcourt defender, if you will. So good vision there to know that that ball is coming right behind her, but they weren't able to transition and get a kill, so point to Nebraska.
Harper Murray now to serve. Co-leader in aces on the season for Nebraska. Boy, tough serve there, and she just took the lead.
And that ball has so much movement on it. Lots of decisions here to make when you're a passer. Take a look at how this ball moves and then dips right down, right before it gets to the passer's forearms. Fabulous serve.
Her progress at the serve line has been remarkable. She started off the season very high error, low aces, and has really turned it around over the course of the last month. Quick run in the middle, Alec. Right off the hands of Boney and straight down.
I like the way she runs her route. Quick feet. Take a look at her movement from that right area of the court, getting in position to swing and get a kill. It's number 5, Becca Alec for Nebraska.
Clearly fans here in the stands at the Devaney Center are doing some watching of their phones as it appears that Purdue has knocked off Wisconsin. And all of a sudden there was this large roar out of the crowd. You understand Wisconsin is challenging, so not done yet. But that would be significant. It would be a significant development for the Big Ten Conference race, because all that would mean is Nebraska would need to win here for an outright conference championship.
Right, and if Purdue does get the win, what a great win it is for them. Dave Shondell.
A huge one.
Yeah.
Serve into the top of the tape.
At the line serving for your
Merritt Beeson back to serve now for Nebraska.
Beeson.
Served by Beeson. Pushed out the pin. Big swing there, not down. Good up by Rodriguez. Good touch there by Vollett. They'll go right back to Vollett. On the slide. Just a scramble to try to get back in system. Michigan on the slide. Swing, no touch is wide. Point Nebraska. Welcome inside the Bob Devaney Sports Center, and welcome to those of you who've been watching the Purdue Boilermakers upset the Wisconsin Badgers. 3-2 is the final, 16-14 in the third is Bergen Riley on the set over with her third kill of the match.
That's a huge win for Purdue. Dave Shondell will be playing for pride, and boy, they will be jacked up trying to upset and ruin a perfect season for this Nebraska team. You know, Wisconsin's had to adjust their lineup. One of their top players, Anna Smrek, has been out, so a tough tail end here of the Big Ten season for the Badgers.
Andy Jackson on the slide. Nebraska on a 4-0 run, the first 4-0 run of the match.
Take a look at the speed that Jackson possesses here, and then just that stellar arm. Gosh, that slide is just so picture perfect. I love that kid, Andy Jackson, for Nebraska.
Riley back row, the tip by Marie, not down. Andy Jackson on the quick back set. Wow, good timing there.
Yeah, as a setter, you always want to put your hitter in a position where they can hit in between blockers. That time, the speed of that back quick gives her hitter the best opportunity to score. So she's up early, Jackson is, and just that whip of an arm. It's great when you can vary your attack behind the center.
Nebraska right now, Audrey siding out at 95%. That is remarkable.
That's unheard of. Yeah. And this is, you know, we talk about Michigan having a really good serving team, so Nebraska just handling the serve with ease.
Fifth kill for Andy Jackson, who's hitting .571. And the serve is long from Barrett Beeson. Huskers took set number one, 25-15. They hit .333 in the first. Michigan hit under 100. Right now in this current set, Michigan hitting -71 and 0 for the match. Morgan Burke with the ace. Good ace by Morgan Burke.
Yeah, so if you're Michigan, you know, what can you do? You just got to go for it on the end line. You got to serve aggressively and just, you know, don't be intimidated. I know it's easier said than done. You're playing the #1 team in the nation, but, you know, you can't have these unforced errors and make things more difficult. Just compete, relax, and play. And good things will happen, especially if you put pressure from the service line.
Nebraska with the center line violation. A couple of back-to-back really tough serves for Morgan Burke. Into the net called on the Wolverines.
Yeah, Burke attempting to make the set. It goes into the net. Unfortunate error. Usually setters can jump set and manage to maneuver their body in such a way where they avoid the net, but Burke unsuccessful that time.
One-handed set. Nyambio, did she get the kill? She did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a block for Nebraska or not, but I think it went right through the block. Hard to see, that ball's going so fast from the hitter's hands off the block. Yeah, Vollett, we typically see her attack that jump serve, and it just so difficult for the passers, but she's hitting at the bottom of the net. That's the second time she's had that error, so she's going to have to calm down, take a deep breath when she gets to the end line next time she gets around.
Pushed outside, into the block, tried to keep it alive with the foot, but it hit the floor, point Nebraska.
Yeah, you kind of feel like the offensive rhythm right now for Michigan seems to be a little off. They can't seem to get back-to-back positive plays. Look at the hang time there from the Nebraska blockers. So, you know, the pass has to be put up to where Burke can set the offense, and then the hitter's got to go up and swing with some confidence.
This too it's a young Michigan team. You think 4 freshmen contributing. Same can be said on the other side, certainly, but it is a young team with a first-year head coach still trying to build and create a culture. One of the things that I think Aaron Virtue is very proud of is that this team hasn't, you know, they've continued to work to get better every single practice and every single match. Really proud of the culture she's starting to build.
Absolutely, and they've had some injuries here, and so a couple key players have been out, and that always kind of upsets the rhythm on the floor. So they're dealing with a lot of adversity. So, you know, we'll see what they can do here in this second set.
Simmons with an aggressive swing there, couldn't get it down, and then Nebraska does. Harper Murray.
Harper Murray has so many different shots. This time she sees that space right between the block and the antenna, and boy, does she hit a perfect line shot.
Caught about half the line. Burke runs the quick, and a good kill. Boney.
And that's the offensive rhythm that Michigan wants. And again, Boney is the talented middle that can get big swings and big points. Look at her adjust there on that 31, gets up and early, swings big for her team.
Alec. And a net violation called on the Wolverines. Just a lot of little unforced errors here through a set and a half for Michigan.
Right, and the little things that Nebraska does really well. That serve-receive pass was perfect right on the dime, and Riley setting that quick to the middle at 31. Again, that space between the middle blocker and the right side blocker, well executed by the Cornhuskers.
Down the line, did you get the touch? Nope, point Nebraska.
Rodriguez was on the line there, had her left foot on the sideline. She knew that ball was out. It was outside of her body, did not make a move for it.
Second touch over by Morgan Burke.
Well, Becca Alec was there, but just could not dominate the net there. Sneaky play there by Morgan Burke from Michigan.
There is Becca Alec, the quick run in the middle, and the kill for Alec.
Well, what a night she's having, but let's give some credit to Lexi Rodriguez. A perfect pass here. Look at her platform, held until the setter touches the ball, and then Becca Alec finding all kinds of space to hit into. Nice strong swing.
Great concentration there. 6 kills, as you said. Not just 9 swings now. Swing is wide there.
The hit is wide. Point, Nebraska.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive if you're Michigan's hitters, and right now they're trying to do a little bit too much, trying to hit the perfect shot. I always think it's a good idea to try and go high off the blocker's hands, turn a, 1v6 into a 1v1, go after the hands, and don't put the ball in Nebraska's defense. See if you can win the battle between you and the block.
Scotty Johnson in now to serve. Started the season as the setter. Now serving with the injuries to Burrows, to McBurrows and Chopra. She's in there as a serving specialist. Boy, the 5th service error on Michigan, 8 for Nebraska. So they haven't been bad from the service line. It's a combination of the little errors, right?
Right, and I think Michigan really relies on getting a few aces and putting opponents in difficult situations to run the offense, and that hasn't happened. We haven't seen that from Michigan's service game yet tonight.
Oh, great diving up by Rodriguez. In the middle, off the block, and a good swing by Nyambio, and she gets the kill.
No, that's the type of hit I'm talking about. Off the blocker's hands, but great defensive effort by Nebraska to keep the ball alive. Take a look at why Rodriguez is one of the best in the nation at her craft there, defending the ball. 2-time All-American for Nebraska.
Slide. Over, was it out?
Yeah.
It was by Nebraska. Might have hit the line on the bumper.
Yeah, the dig, you know, great position by Morgan Burke to dig outside of the block, but she wasn't able to control the ball. You gotta get your hips under the ball, keep that ball on your side of the net. That time, the dig out of bounds.
Nyambio again, not down. Out of system, sends it outside to Vollett. But into the net called on the Wolverines.
These are the little things, controlling that second contact to give your hitter the opportunity to score. There you see the ball is set tight, and as a result, hitter in the net. Right? Head coach of that program.
Former Husker herself.
Yeah, what a great program she's running there at Scott Catholic.
Pushed and net violation. So back-to-back net violations on the Wolverines, and the Huskers 2 away.
Yeah, the placement there of this set is just a little off, and it's driving the hitters into the net. So, you know, it's so important to have the right tempo, but location is really vital as a setter.
Tough serve there by Choboy. Good swing from off the net. Nice and aggressive there by Vollett. And then Murray goes off the top of the hands and gives Nebraska set point.
You want to see an aggressive swing. Harper Murray with that one, high off the blocker's hands, and the people here are loving this. Nebraska on their way to winning the second set.
Another tough serve by Choboy. And Vollett out of system again. Pounds away, but the block is there. And set number 2 goes to the... Just rose off the tape. Alex spun and got a hand on it. Here is Murray, who is just long on the swing. There was not a touch.
Just an odd sequence of plays there. Free ball. Usually Nebraska handles that. It was a play that they just weren't expecting, and hitting error. First point goes to Michigan.
First lead of the night for the Wolverines. Nebraska got off to quick starts in both sets 1 and 2. Out of system. Rodriguez sets Beeson. Vollett stuck a hand on it to keep it alive. And then Murray right between the block.
You know, what sets that play up is that the middles for Nebraska have been going and getting a lot of sets. They're always up and available, so that makes Michigan's block hesitate just a little bit, and that provides just that space that's needed to get a kill.
Driving serve there by Murray. Good pass. Outside Vollett. Puts some heat on that one, and Vollett gets the kill.
Nebraska trying to target Vollett on serve receive. Replay there.
Darren Virtue wants to know why they're replaying it. Our R1 is calling a replay, I believe, because of the camera. Maybe as Beeson went after it, was there interference? Is that what the call was?
Let's take a look here. Yes. Yeah, Beeson can go after the ball on this second contact, and the camera person was there, and that's questionable, because whether that ball could have been played, because it was well out of bounds, but the camera person did get in her way of making the play on that.
Right down the line. Nyambio with the kill.
Well, the highlight of this Michigan team is Nyambio in the middle as well as Boney. And if they can pass and dig well enough to get the ball in their hands, this Michigan offense looks very different than what we're seeing now. The hitting percentage will get better.
Beeson pulled inside, just tips it over. Grant out of system. Vollett into the block.
Merritt Beeson starting inside, taking away that cross-court shot, and then what she does is she gets her eyes off of the ball and watches the hitter's approach, lines up perfectly, and seals that net. So the ball that's under set really goes to the advantage of the blocking team. That was Beeson for Nebraska.
Good pass. Off the block, and there is Simmons getting the kill. Nice tool there by Simmons.
Yeah, so why did Beeson get caught? Well, she's got to respect the 31 from Michigan. If the ball is passed well, she's going to help with the 31. So she's there for the 31, chases the ball to the outside, and that leaves her arms and hands a little bit vulnerable to that swipe off shot by Michigan.
Simmons again, got the kill, back-to-back kills for Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons taking that cross-court shot, putting some heat behind it. Take a look at her approach, how deep in the court she is. She sees the block, lots of cross-court to hit into. It's a nice big swing and a kill.
Just the 7th start of the season for Amalia Simmons. And Andy Jackson with the kill in the middle for the Huskers.
Vollett successful with her serve, that top spin serve, but just handled with ease with this Nebraska team that's so confident in serve receive. They put up a great ball to Riley, and she sets quick in the middle.
And the service error.
Well, you could tell from that toss that that was off, a little too far in front, so not the best toss, and that's really what generates a good serve. You think it's hand-to-ball contact, that's part of it for sure, but that toss has to be perfect in order for that hand-to-ball contact to be right on point.
Overpass, good serve by Grant. There is Murray, big by Rodriguez. Simmons tips it, but right into the antenna.
And the placement of that set was too far past the antenna, so Simmons just trying to make a play on the ball. Again, it's got to be a perfect set, because these hitters are often taking their first step as the setter's releasing the ball, so they're counting on the ball being in just the right spot that time. This set turns into an error.
Just long on the serve from Joe Boyd.
Michigan. Checking in the serve for the Wolverines, number 19, Maddie Cochran.
Maddie Cochran now back in. She'll serve for the Wolverines. Huskers side-out percentage still above 85%, 87.9. Thanks to plays like that. Second touchdown by Bergen Riley.
Yeah, there's so many weapons. Bergen Riley so deceptive when she attacks the ball, but the pass is really quite on point for the Cornhuskers. So Bergen Riley having an opportunity to set her hitters in rhythm or attacking the ball.
Kennedy Orr now. Tough serve there by Orr. Bump set and just pushed over by Boney. Murray's swing is wide, no touch. Wolverines with the point.
And it's an unusual error by Harper Murray. She's hitting over top of a smaller block, the setter Morgan Burke, who stands at about 5'11" for Michigan, and there was some room along the net to score. So was going for that cross-court shot, hit it wide.
Point, Nebraska. Back to serve for
7-6 here in set number 3. Nebraska has taken the first two, 15 and 12. Came into this set, Nebraska came in hitting nearly 400. They're hitting about 100 here in the third. And there is Merritt Beeson just inside the line. What a shot.
Yeah, the speed behind that ball. What an arm swing. Just rips it cross court.
About some of the great additions and transfers around the conference. You know, Pedraza and Merzick to Penn State have certainly made a big difference there. Sarah Franklin a year ago into Wisconsin. Carter Booth goes to Wisconsin. That's a bit, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more impactful player than what Merritt Beeson has been to this Nebraska team.
Absolutely, that right side is so important, and not only does she have a great arm, her blocking ability is just unbelievable. She lines up so well, and then her back court range is so incredible. At 6'4", she can play some great defense, takes up space in that middle back, and then she's always that offensive threat in the backcourt as well. So just an all-around fantastic player.
Into the antenna, had the right idea, saw the line open, the block hadn't closed, but just turned it a bit too much into the antenna.
Yeah, too many errors right now for Michigan, and these errors that you just don't typically see. A ball that's, you know, you're swinging hard and it hits the net. That's not a usual error that Michigan makes. So kind of out of sorts right now, and still struggling to find the rhythm here in this game.
I sense, though, that Valentina Vallette's going to be really good before her career's over in Ann Arbor. Just a freshman this year out of Argentina. Battling a little bit of a nagging injury right now. Kind of an undisclosed injury, but it's, you know, nagging enough that probably affecting her performance. So Nebraska with their first lead here of the third set at 9-8. Double block was up for Nebraska. Becca Allie Batenhorst.
And there's some scouting that Nebraska has done. They know that in that particular serve receive pattern, that this is the route that Michigan likes to run. You see 4 big hands.
Boy, that's going to be a fun one in Madison the day after Thanksgiving. You know, Badgers dropped a few now, right? But still, that matchup between those two teams and the firepower that Wisconsin has, and they may need no more motivation than knowing they could end Nebraska's undefeated season.
Right, they want to be, they're going to be, they want to be streak busters, right? And they're going to have a lot of motivation. John Cook, I think, is going to challenge this.
Let's see what the call is. There was a touch. Vaughn didn't argue. She came out of that huddle and just kind of shrugged her shoulders like, yeah.
All right.
So 11-8 here in the third. Back in for the Wolverines. In the back row is Maddie Cochran. The two walked over and said something to John. I'm not sure what that conversation was about. The back row, Murray with the kill. Kennedy Murray.
We haven't seen a lot of back row attacks by Kendall Murray tonight, but that time blockers for Nebraska were going to the pin, opened up some area for her. Very aggressive kid.
Kendall and Harper both have a contingent here tonight at the Devaney Sports Center watching, all wearing, you know, the red, there it is, the red and gold 27.
Number 8, Lexi Rodriguez.
Mom and family all here.
Yeah. Cool t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. wrist over the outstretched fingertips on the kill by Nambio.
Yeah, that's why it's really important for middles to always go up. Burke was running along the net, and sometimes I think that's the best time to set middle, when you're moving or you're off the net slightly. If your middles are up and ready, I like it when setters dish the ball to them.
Served by Paulette, overpass. Oh, and long. Boy, you get those and you just gotta put them down, right?
Yeah, you need those points. And Paulette did exactly what she needed to do from the service line, get her team in an opportunity for an easy point, and then just a miss hit results in an easy point on the other side of the net for Nebraska.
Bump set outside. And Kindle again, right inside the line. Good angle there by Kendall Murray.
Yeah, I like how she gets her hand on the ball and thumb down and really tries to force Rodriguez to make a spectacular play. That time Rodriguez was in the court a little bit too much and could not dig that shot that hit the sideline.
The top of the block. Batenhorst picks up her 4th kill.
I like the aggressive approach by Batenhorst. It was a nice high bump set, out of system play, and she delays her approach and then goes after it. As an outside hitter, you just have to have that courage, hit that ball flat and high off the blocker's hands. So nice shot there by Batenhorst.
One of the things she's been working on is really reading what's in front of her as opposed to predetermining where the shot's going to go. And I think you saw Jordan Larson give her the high five with a big smile, like, okay, we're beginning to see the fruits of our work.
Yeah. No one better to learn from, right?
She wasn't, Jordan, she's not bad.
Yeah.
This is not bad. Still got one more run in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jordan Larson being coached by Aaron Virtue.
Yeah.
Aaron Virtue on the coaching staff of Team USA, the Olympic team. So she coached Jordan to that gold medal. And we'll coach her once again, along with that other guy, Karch Karai.
Right. Yeah, we got some great bench people here, and throughout the league, really, representing our national team. Yeah.
A little pace shot there by Simmons. Right inside the line, got the kill.
It was almost like a float kill. You don't see that very often.
Number 19, Maddie Cochran.
You know, we talk about volleyball being a game of rhythm, and right now Nebraska's side-out percentage is so good that it's hard for Michigan to get any kind of rhythm on their side of the net. We'll see if this ball results in a side-out kill.
Off the side of the block, and it does, and they are siding out now at 90%.
Yeah, that's unheard of in terms of side-out percentage, and Nebraska really doing an excellent job of first ball contact, and then their hitters are just exploding off of their attack, and, you know, Bergen Riley putting them in such good positions to score, so everything just working right now for Nebraska. They're showing why they're the #1 team in the nation.
Great diving save by Choboy after the touch from Kennedy Orr. And off the block. And Boney with the kill.
What about Choboy here? What a great effort she made. And are they challenging this one? Great first touch here. And then look at that kid go, just flying to save the ball. Here we're going to see the block, and whether it touches Boney as the ball is going out of bounds. I guess the point went to Michigan. No touch.
Out of the back row, there's Beeson right into the block. And Boney again.
And Boney just staying home, knowing that Beeson is that threat in the backcourt for Nebraska. She does not bite and does not release. She's just disciplined, waiting for the ball to be set. And then she reads where it goes. That time, she had Beeson's number.
What a shot by Harper Murray.
Yeah, Murray going.
Mom,
yeah, Mom.
do I,
Yeah, she
do I
appreciates
applaud?
it.
Do I not?
Yeah. Yeah. What a proud mom she is. Those two young ladies are so talented.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And just wide from Kendall.
You know, both the Murray sisters, I feel like they're very similar players. They create a lot of force because of the speed of their approach. They're very wiry. They're great on defense, 6 rotations, and they carry a huge load for both of their teams.
Touch right at the net. Vollett with a kill.
You talk about the future of this young lady, Volleyball. Freshman, she does it all. She hits on the outside, and then in certain rotations, she'll swing on that right pin.
Service error by Boney. Peyton Horse back in and back to serve is Harper Murray. Tough serve. And then off the block. Vollett with the kill.
Yeah, that was a great serve by Harper Murray, barely going over the net, but Michigan was able to handle it, and then Volleyball just going hard again, going after the block, not trying to avoid the block. Does a really nice job on that left pin.
Into the block. Vollett there along with Nyambio.
Yeah, there was no secret where that ball was going. Michigan's defense lined up perfectly, sealed the net. It was a big point for Michigan.
Timeout taken by Nebraska. Huskers still up by 2 here in set 3.
Certainly have first in the Big Ten in aces per set. You know, Coach Virtue knows the importance of how aggressive you have to be on the end line, and got to get teams out of their offensive rhythm, and that's what this Michigan service team can do. They've got a bunch of servers that have varied types of serves. We see floaters, we have jump top spins, so that puts a lot of pressure on the passing team, and it's really going to help Michigan here tonight if they can keep being aggressive from that service line.
One of the serves you saw there in that package was from Mira Chopra, who is out tonight. She's on the bench for the Wolverines in a boot. So that certainly didn't help. And as you said, it just kind of messes with the rhythm a little bit when you come into it for the first time out. You're missing a starter like that.
Yeah, and then you rely on somebody else to serve, and then maybe they're not quite as effective. So you just bank on some things being what you do well. You know, you can count on X player doing this, and so when someone's out of the lineup, you know, it just does mess with the rhythm.
Yeah. Alec got the touch, and Becca Alec ends that Wolverine run. It was a 3-0 run. Rodriguez now to serve. Nebraska at 2018. Right in the middle, right at Rodriguez, kept alive. With self-preservation, then dig and point Nebraska. Back row attack. Might be a challenge. No matter what Aaron Virtue wanted to contest, cannot be contested. The shake of the head from Coach Virtue. So here's Rodriguez now to serve. Huskers up by 3. Off the block and into the antenna. So the kill for Vollett. Vollett out of Argentina, now back to serve. And here comes that dangerous jump topspin. What an up. As they touch right on the back line. Whoa. What a swing by Beeson.
Well, everything there had the ingredients of a #1 team in the nation. Look at that serve received by Rodriguez. That pass was coming to Riley so quickly. She handled that and delivered a perfect set, and then we saw the swing. Picture perfect.
Blocked in the middle by Andy Jackson.
I love the way Andy Jackson reaches for this ball. Not with her feet. She didn't make a hop step or anything like that. Just such a big, aggressive move with her upper body to seal the net.
Quick push off the block and down. And the kill for Batenhorst. And so now the crowd to their feet. For the first time since 2017, Nebraska will serve for a guaranteed share of a Big Ten Conference Championship. Back to serve, Merritt Beeson. Yet, says Simmons.
Well, Simmons has been the highlight of this Michigan team, getting kills when her team needs it most. Let's see if Michigan can get on a run here with their serve.
Match point and Big Ten championship point #2 for the Huskers. And that'll do it.
Well, a big congratulations.
स्टूडियो खोरी पाकर
झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे। ना मिली मजा तो खूब गोरियाई रे, ना मिली मजा तो खूब गोरिया जैसा ढेर हमारा मिली हार जाई रे, तोरा जैसा ढेर हमारा मिली हार जाई रे, तोरा जैसा ढेर हमारा मिली हार जाई रे। झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, भतार तोर भतार तोर भतार तोर खाई रे।
म्यूजिक बाय सुकेश राय।
झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे। केतन भतार के बनबे पवित्र, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर। केतन भतार के बनबे पवित्र, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर। सुन जे बिहारी से ते करबे ना सगाई रे, सुन जे बिहारी से ते करबे ना सगाई रे, ज्योति सुकेश जी से करबे ना सगाई रे। झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे।
सत्यम रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो खोरी पाकर।